Welcome to your daily dose of theological German. We are working on a new series today, starting the first episode on Karl Barth. It's going to be a shorter series than normal, but it will be dense, I assure you. And the book that we're taking this excerpt from is this one called The Teaching of the Word of God, Prolegomena to Church Dogmatics. And this is an excerpt which is also in Ziefle's Graded Reader. I encourage you to get a copy of that if you're not using it. It's very helpful. So don't be deceived, because the first sentence here is not too difficult, but Barth is not easy to read in German, I assure you. So we're off to a gentle start today, okay? So it says, with Der Liebe. This is very famous, Barth, and many systematic theologians of his, I was going to say ilk, but we could say stripe. I think it's influenced by Greek, where you use definite articles to indicate kind of absolute sorts of concepts. In English, we don't do that. We might capitalize them in some conventions, but generally we'll just leave the articles out a lot of the time here when we're reading Barth, because we're just talking about an abstract concept and we don't need it in English. So with love, with love. With love, the Christian life begins. Now here you have one of these separable verbs. This is actually the verb anfangen. So the separable part is down at the end of the clause, and the kind of main verb part itself, fangen, is up at the second position where you would expect to find it. So with love, the Christian life begins. This next clause is of equal status. It's just kind of a parallel clause. With love, it also ends. Now you have a subordinate clause, so far as human life has, and so your verb is down here at the end, has an end in time. Again, you see der Zeit, but we'll just say time. Yeah, so that's really not a very complicated sentence. There's not much else to say about it. I think it's pretty straightforward from the translation, but buckle up, because this is going to be a very dense little passage from Karl Barth, and there will be some really fun stuff to try to figure out in future episodes. As always, I hope you found that helpful, and please do like and subscribe and share with all your friends.